Hello, we're still here. We are back, and this is the third segment of the ILFL Soccer Night Show. And all we're going to do now is run through everything that's going to happen for you in the week to come, the coming week. And can I just show you a Premier Division table? You've only played one game, but everybody likes to see a table, don't they? Here's a Premier Division table for you. Looks like this. And I know the man on my right just wants to see that. And if that's where he is after 16 odd games, then they'll be happy and be champions again. But look at the quality right behind them. Who knows where it's going to go in that division. The Premier Division games coming up this Sunday look as follows. Beaumont come into the equation now, and they go up against Stepney. They're all champion games, aren't they? Bromley take on West End, their first game of the season, up against West End, who want to bounce back from last week. Leytonstone take on Reach Out, and the London Tigers take on Lotus FC. Pick your favourite game out of those four there. The Premier Division table looks like this. The man on my left will be happy with what he sees here, but like we said, it's only one game, isn't it?
It's first division, sorry.
Oh, it is the first division. Yes, there's Premier Division there, but it is the first division. Of course it is. And remember, don't worry, if you lost your game last week, you're only 3 points behind the leaders. The first division games look like this coming up this Sunday. Bow take on Seoul Youth. Crusaders, welcome the Crusaders to the ILFL League. First division, you're up against Beaumont Youth. Robin Hood Tigers take on Ace. That's a tasty game, if ever there was one. And Stepney B take on Burdett. Into the second division, Tower Hamlets, PYO and Walthamstow Red Star, all three have 3 points on the board. So I've got three happy people up here on the stage with me, with everybody playing catch up. And here are those fixtures taking place this Sunday. NY taking on Tower Hamlets, Arsenal Riverside, PYO taking on St Catherine's, Walthamstow Red Star Redcoat, and West End Reserve versus Fish Island. And this I need to tell you about as well, and I might as well get it in early. The ILFL League Cup preliminary round takes place on the 25th of October. We're telling you that now because it will be explained to you next week, but there's a qualification period, a qualification process that happens for that League Cup. We'll tell you more about it in next week's show. We've got to talk about the Vets as well, and this is what happened in the Premier Division last week. Aberhane 1-0 over Bromley. Beaumont, the closest rivals to London Tigers, they went down by a goal to the Tigers Vets. Stepney went down by 2 to Sire. A similar scoreline between Weavers and Tower Hamlets Vets, but Weavers winning that one. In the first division, Bernardo's shock horror. They lost the game, and they lost to the B team of Beaumont. The Beaumont Masters, that's a great win if ever there was one. FC Redbridge, they're continuing their impressive form. No longer can they be written off as the team to be beaten because they're beating everybody, and they put 2 past Shadwell Masters as well. And St Catherine's and Revive got a 0-0 draw. What does that do in the tables? Well, Tigers are now 5 points clear of Aberhane, and then 8 points clear of Beaumont. They're halfway through the season and looking like they are not going to be caught. 8 games, 23 goals, and only conceded 1. Looks like champions-elect to me. In the first division, St Catherine's and Bernardo still battling it out at the top of the Bernardos. Will be kicking themselves for conceding ground to St Catherine's. St Catherine's looking like they're going to bounce back into the Prem, but still a few games to go there. Redbridge are chasing hard along with the B side of the Beaumont Masters. Here's what's going to happen in that league this week. Stepney go to Beaumont. Sire take on Aberhane. Tower Hamlets Vets take on the London Tigers Vets, and Weavers take on Bromley. Before I go on any further and I draw breath, Hass, just tell me something a little bit about this Premier Division. Is it fair to say that London Tigers have won it?
Very fair. Very fair. Conceding only 1 goal, blasting in as many as they can. 5 points from the second place, 8 from the third. It is fair. It's not, realistic, yes. Not mathematical, but yeah, it's fair. Sorry, Dave, I actually forgot to tell you as well. There's no games this week for the Vets.
There are, and you know what? Don't worry, it was a trick question because you can all see on the top of that caption, it says the 1st of October anyway, you see? So don't worry, that's just me getting ahead of myself because I was running out of breath, losing oxygen to the brain. But yeah, it is the 1st of October that those games are taking place. It is going to be next week. First Division games happening that week as well. Here they are on your screen. Bernardo Legends take on the Shadwell Masters. Riverside take on FC Redbridge. That'll be next Monday, and then on a Thursday will be Revive versus Mostyn and St Catherine's Vets versus Beaumont Masters B. I've said enough. Rewind. Let's go back. Robin Hood Tigers versus Ace. Looking forward to it, sir?
Yes, a bit. I think that fixture's premature. Should have been left for a little bit later, but it's fine. I think it was the same thing when Robin Hood were up in the Summer League. So their first game was Reach Out, second game was SCTA, and everyone was like, "Oh, these games are too soon." But the thing I like about my lads, they get off the block straight away. We play a very open game, so there's no secrets to how we play. You just got to work your way around us. Because we're not going to change the way we play, so we're going to get off the blocks. We'll be coming in and we'll be storming it, trying to score. Only one team in the last 12 months, when it comes to league games, prevented us from doing that, and that was Redcoat. They beat us 1-0 because they worked it out and they packed out that back line, and we couldn't penetrate them. And that one break, they got the 1-0, and it was only 2 shots on goal for them. So that's what Ace have got to do if they want to beat Robin Hood Tigers. But like I'm saying, if the lads were here, they'd probably speak even more confidently than I am. But yeah, that is a game.
Can I just talk quickly about the monkey on your back? Cool. Last season, running it, winning it, top of the division, all the way, final game of the season, lost it. Stinker. Never mind. You go into the Summer League, winning it, leading it, doing all you have to do to win the Summer League as a second division side. Last game of the season, lost it.
Yeah.
Here we go, into a new season. You can only be stomped on so many times now. There's only so many lessons, you can learn. And when it's the same lesson all the time, different Tigers now, different mentality this time around now?
Yeah, I think the key thing was that the mentality has always been the same. Get off your blocks nice and early, go out there and score as many as you can. That was the mistake in that final game of the season last winter where they drew 4-4. Lost the game on goal, lost the title on goal difference, because they got out there, actually took a 3-1 lead, and then the other team came back 4-3. In the last minute, they saved themselves some dignity, making it 4-4. But the league was already lost by then. And then the same in the summer, went out there, knowing final game of the season, score by a lot of goals, and you win it. They went to win 6-0. Lo and behold, Lotus won their game 10-0. Yeah. So yes, you sometimes think you're actually doing it right. You're doing it right, but then other factors got in the way. You say, yes, you're right. There's only so many mistakes, and there's only so many times the Lord will put a curse on you. Yes. Is the way I'm going to say it. So I hope the Lord has some blessings for us.
Let's hope so indeed. Premier Division, up against Beaumont. We've been speaking off air about the new Beaumont side that everybody's looking for, talking about what's going on. You're champions. You're always there to be knocked off a pedestal, and that's how it feels, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, a lot of teams when they come against us, they are going to come well prepared. They're going to come with the best players that are available. But if you're looking at the league, you can see there's a lot of good teams in there. So if we want to be champions, we have to beat everybody. We have to beat the best to be the best, and that's something that we will try to do. Take each game as it comes. And Beaumont are a good team. They've got a lot of good players with a lot of good experience playing at senior level, and so it will be an interesting game. So hopefully we win it. Yeah.
And right up the end there, Mabs, you can just come in and enjoy it. It's just fun. I mean, obviously, you've got a plan, you've got focus, and you know where you want to be, but you guys can just come in and enjoy it week in, week out.
Yeah, that's what we're doing. It is a test period for us, but we are determined to make a mark this season anyway. But we respect every single opponent we're going to get, and obviously we learn from every game that we play. So we haven't played against any of these teams before, so obviously it's going to be new to us, and obviously we'll have the style of football that we're going to play is going to be totally different to our opponents as well. So let each Sunday come, I guess. Yeah, we'll enjoy it pretty well.
Absolutely, indeed. And I just have to come back, House, just to talk about something. 90 goals in an opening week of the season. It's incredible, isn't it?
As our press release said, explosive. But there's not really much we can attribute to, apart from probably a little break in between summer and the Summer League and any
some
cups.
teams being more prepared than others.
Yeah, that's what it is. And I think, as Shane was probably saying off air, when you get those little breaks, Christmas break, probably like any religious festive breaks, coming back, you lapse a bit. You lapse a bit. And that's what must have caused it. I think you might correct me next week, but I don't think we're going to see 90 goals next week.
Let's see. Do you know what? I don't think so either. I mean, or can it be? Can it be? No, people really got to settle down. They really have to, and let's see what's going on. Look, I tell you what. Let's do it now, all right? We have to do it because everybody else does it. So let's stick our necks out. Premier Division. Who's going to win it?
I so wish you asked me last. I am going to go for the Premier Division. Do you know what? I'm actually going to go for London Tigers, which I've done for the last 3 years, but I think this time round they are, and I can't say the word on air, but not very happy.
Yeah.
And I think they probably used the word just as they heard me say it. So London Tigers are roaring.
London Tigers, Premier Division champions. I already know what this guy's going to say, and it doesn't matter to him because he's in the second division. Shall I make a prediction? Do you know what? It is so tough to call, but I can't just let you hang your neck out. And I'm going to have to put mine out there. And I think I'm going to have to say Stepney. And the only reason I'll say that is because for the last couple of seasons, I think I've given Stepney quite a hard time on this show and spoke about the fact that they are champions. They've been champions for a long time. They know how to be champions, but that can only last for so long. And there was a period of time where they had to start moving people on and start blooding in something new. And I think now that they've done that, I think with that championship mentality within the club, within the squad, I think they know how to get themselves across the line again. So Stepney for me, Tigers for him. He said it, not me. First Division.
I'm going to let you go first, Dave.
You are going to let me go first, aren't you? And I'm going to say Ace. And I'm only going to say that because Robin Hood Tigers, good team, but I know, and unless you change something, you can only go by what's happened before. Robin Hood Tigers, they're, you know, a little bit like an F1 race I saw over the weekend. You know, you can win every race and go far, and then all of a sudden, the wheels come off and something just goes wrong, and that's Tigers. That's Robin Hood Tigers. It just all looks like a well-oiled machine for ages, and 1 week something just falls off that nobody can explain, and that's Tigers, and that's where I think they're going to slip up. I don't know if this week is the title decider, but I think it will go a long way to show the credentials of both teams, and I think Ace are going to edge it because I think they just have a quality about themselves. Yourself?
Well,
you can't say anything.
I can't really say anything. Only thing I'm probably going to say for this weekend, we may see a complete different leader to who we expect if we get a stalemate out of these two, which is probably the neutral's prediction.
That's true. I don't think it's going to be a 0-0 draw. Not even a 1-1. I just can't see it. I think Ace have got goals in them. Tigers have got goals in them. They both know how to score goals. It's about who could defend better than the other. And I mean, if Ace can leap 4, you know, then let's see what happens. Second Division, be kind to us, please.
Yes, I think yes. They have been the two most the impressive ones for the opening weekend. I am going to be an awkward one. I'm going to go for Arsenal.
Yeah?
I'm going to go for Arsenal only because there's a few words that I had with Steve near the end of the Summer League, and he's going to test the water the first 2 games, and then he's going to go for the kill. So for that reason, I think Arsenal are going to come through, and they've got an abundance of players, as we know. So I'm going to go for Arsenal, Tyler. I hope I haven't nabbed yours.
Well, no. The second division, do you know what? Do you know you guys out there and everybody out there in football world, and I'm sure everybody here, you all sit down Saturday night and you're waiting for Mr. Lineker and Co. to come on at 10:25. Do you know what? I actually watch Football League before that. I watch a lot of football. And the Championship is the most difficult league to predict. Who's going to, you can never, this is like that. The second division, you just don't know who's going to get there. But I'm going to be kind to you, Mabs. And I think sometimes a dark horse can come up. Tower Hamlets are Tower Hamlets, and will do what they do. But I like teams that try to play football and try to play football the right way, because I'm a firm believer in football will always win at the end of the day. You know, you might have 1 or 2 setbacks, but those teams that try to play football the right way will always get more wins than, you know, defeats. And I like what I say about PY, and I really hope you and the young boys have a great season. And I put the pressure on you now, all right? So don't make me look silly now. All right, Mabs? Listen, we've come to the end of the show. Thanks to everyone for coming on and making it what it is. Thanks to you guys for watching as well. And listen, thanks for contributing on the Sunday and on a Monday and a Thursday to give us all of this to talk about. I look forward to doing it again next week. 90 goals? Can you beat that? Well, you're all going to settle down now. Who knows? Whatever you do, go out there, enjoy yourselves this week. No Vets football, like we said. Preliminary round of the League Cup to come October 25th. And back to your football this Sunday. I hope it's a good one for you. Until then, look after yourselves. Take care from me and the crew here and everybody behind the screens. Good night.